the Pittsburgh Steelers, taking on the Miami Dolphins.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They go play action here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
You look at this Steeler defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Stevenson. Will get this out to Barkley, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Over the middle, complete. That's Quinn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Off the play fake. Stevenson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll give up the gut for Murray. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Stevenson going with a screen for Murray. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on first down. Stevenson. He finds his man, complete. That's Potter. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throw.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Slot man moves right. From the shotgun, Griffin completes this one to Meredith. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You talk about this Miami defense.
Yeah, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Steelers in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to...
There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
Now the Steelers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Back to throw. Stevenson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off play action. Stevenson. Got a man. That's Quinn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Back to throw again. And he's got Quinn here. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Up the middle, Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go with Murray again. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stevenson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Murray. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Stevenson. This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Griffin. Gets it to Meredith, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Griffin. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Griffin. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Patton. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. That time a 9-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stevenson. Jones has it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Stevenson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Potter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Off the bootleg. Stevenson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. They'll run on first down. Potter. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Stevenson. Throw left side complete. That's Quinn. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Stevenson. Complete to Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Stevenson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Second down and 4.
Now it's Griffin. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now it's Griffin. Flushed out right. Touchdown! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Stevenson. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down. Stevenson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. Back to throw. Stevenson. He finds his man, complete. It's Potter. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start things out with an AFC North matchup. Baltimore heading over to take on Cleveland. And that one tied 10-10 as they've gone to the brink. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Titans trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. The Lions still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And now they'll shift things around. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Patton, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Griffin. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Off the play fake, Stevenson. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but it can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Stevenson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A run, it's Murray. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Potter. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Stevenson. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Murray. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Stevenson. He finds his man, complete. That's Quinn. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
To throw on second down, Stevenson. He finds his man, complete. It's Quinn. And he'll be brought down at the 27. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. From the gun on third down, Stevenson. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Griffin. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Now the return stops at the 39-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Stevenson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Potter. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off play action. Stevenson to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
On third down, Stevenson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. 86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Now that's how you start a drive. Not only do you pick up a first down, you do it on a chunk play. Big yardage, and now you put a little bit of a dent in the confidence of the defense.
This is fourth. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 1. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards. And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Out of the gun, Griffin. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Again, it's Murray. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. To throw on third down, Stevenson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
On first down, Stevenson. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Back to throw. Stevenson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up fourth. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
Now Griffin. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On third down, Griffin. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll start on the ground here on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Stevenson. And he'll just get rid of it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. Stevenson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Griffin going to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 44 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now they try the right side here, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. This one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way. Yeah,
that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Steelers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.